All right, hey HSM, it is your last week of school. It's also your last Sunday that you are in the home until we kind of come back in the fall. So make sure that you thank your host homes and your leaders this week. And host homes and leaders, I've emailed you this, but I'm so thankful, in this season and this year of all kinds of turmoil and not knowing how we were going to do things and going back between homes and church, all that kind of stuff. You guys were the constant bedrock there at the bottom that was able to help all this kind of stuff flourish. So as we end though, there's a couple things that I want you to take a little time before you guys celebrate in your home there. A couple of different things I want you to do. The first thing, you're going to see a QR code there pop up, so pop your phones out here real quick. But the first thing is simply this summer we want to have some different Bible studies that engage you, that kind of replace what's going on Sunday night. And so when you pull your phone out and get that QR code going, it's going to bring up a form, and it's really simple. Name, cell phone number. It's going to give you like 3 different choices of Bible studies, and then there's an other, like if there's something that you would like to do. So one of those is going to be where we're going to dive into Christian sexuality, and we're going to talk about what God's plan is and how do we wrestle with the issues of that come up with LGBTQ. And we want to do those in a God-honoring way and a grace-filled way where we're not condemning anyone to anything, but that everyone is included in God's love. So that's one study. The other, if you didn't know this, there's a great series, I guess you could say, called The Chosen that you access through an app. And what it's done is it's really humanized Jesus in a really helpful way. And so it is 8 episodes long, and so that study, we have a study guide that goes along with it. So we'll watch that, which really portrays different events that are in the life of Jesus, and then we'll talk about what those are. And I think it'll be a great thing, especially that one, to maybe even invite a friend that doesn't know Jesus to come in and see this perspective of him. And then another one that we want to do, it's not a fancy title, but kind of understanding what we believe as a church, as a follower of Jesus, and how that compares to other faith systems and maybe even other denominations. Like, why do we believe this about this certain subject, and where's that found? And so that you guys can kind of know, like, when you have friends that are practicing a different faith, what the differences between those two are. And are those differences like things that in the big scheme of things don't matter, or are those things that like are really essential when it comes to having faith in Jesus? Because those are important too. Okay, so you'll fill those out and then you'll hit submit. And if you need to pause this video for just a second, or pause the YouTube there for just a second so that you can have time to do it, then the next thing that you'll do is groups have been different this year. I mean, you guys have been back in homes, but you've been here. We've had masks in homes. We've not had masks in homes. You've been outside. It's like we've done everything we could just to try to gather, because that was really, really important to us. But we really need some feedback. So the second QR code that you're going to get that leads to a form is just where you can give us some group feedback. Okay, like things like, hey, what was your favorite part about group? And what does your leader do this year to connect with you that you want them to do even more of? And then, because we're always going to need leaders, like we're going to ask you, like, hey, who is somebody that's not currently leading a group that you think would be a great person to invite in? So you'll fill that out and hit submit, and then after that, we'll be pretty much done. But after you do that, so you'll pause and then come back, and the last thing that we want to talk about is simply what the summer is going to look like for us. So the first thing, this is the last Sunday night, and then next week is Memorial Day weekend. But beginning June the 2nd, we want you to show up on Wednesday night. And so we're always going to have some hangout time and things like that, but here's the schedule for you. Middle school will be here to join us in worship, but they've got a different schedule. They're coming at a different time, and they're leaving before you. But for high school, you guys will come right at 7. You'll come in for worship, and we'll have a worship time together. And then afterwards, we'll have a lot of hangout time. Sometimes that'll be outside at our new sport court where we got pickleball and basketball and those kind of things. And sometimes we'll just be in the rec area. Maybe there may be times where even after that, we head over to Sonic for late night shakes and all that kind of stuff. So those are some things that we'll be doing in the summer, beginning June the 2nd. If you are not up to date and you're signed up to go to Summerfest, make sure you catch all the meetings that will be coming up then. But then there's some other things, like if you haven't met Caleb and Elijah on either in person or seen on Instagram, then they've got some things that we want to talk about. So they're going to come in and then we're going to talk about that. All right, guys, so I mentioned just a little bit ago that we have some stuff in the summer. You know, we're going to meet on Wednesday nights, and I said if you haven't met them on Instagram or even in person, this is Caleb. Say hi, Caleb.
What's up, guys?
And this is Elijah. Say hi, Elijah.
Hello.
All right, and they've got some other stuff that we've got planned this summer for you. So what are some of those things that we've got going for high school this summer?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that I'm excited for is on Tuesday mornings from 9 to 11, we're going to have an intern challenge, which is this really cool thing. We've got a ton of all this land all around the PV campus, like disc golf and places to play ultimate frisbee and wiffle ball and even pickleball, hopefully pretty soon here once they get that built. But every Tuesday morning from 9 to 11, we're going to have various sports like disc golf, pickleball, wiffle ball, and ultimate frisbee to play all throughout the summer every Tuesday morning, so you can come out and have an intern challenge with me and Elijah.
Yeah, so I know Isaac Shear, you're really good at the disc golf, so Caleb's looking forward to taking on that challenge to see if you can beat him. But you're the only guy I know that actually has a disc golf in his backyard, so you might have the edge on that. So what are some other things, Elijah, that are coming on this summer?
In addition to the intern challenges, we're also theming the summer over the Olympics. And so 2 Wednesdays, June 30th and July 21st, we're going to gather together high school and middle school to play some Olympic-style games, as well as there will be food from various food trucks around the area. And we'll keep tally of who wins what games, and there may be some prizes for you guys after those events are ended.
Yeah, so don't miss those. Those are a great time. Obviously, any time that we meet is a time to invite a friend. We'd love to meet your friends, and if they don't know Jesus, we'd love to be a part of inviting them to know Jesus as well. But
Absolutely.
especially on those 2 Olympic nights, we're just going to have a ton of fun. We'll give you more details as we get closer to that. But those are going to be like these big over-the-top type of things that we're looking forward to. So until we meet in person, whether it's next Wednesday, June the 2nd, or even sometime before then, on behalf of Caleb and Elijah, we'll see you later, HSM.
See you guys.
See you guys.